Hi, welcome to Ccherie Ceramics. Throwing cups. This is some Ironstone clay and I'm using a Chris Harford bat system. Clay's a little bit firm because I accidentally left it in my car, so I'm using a bit more water than I would normally. Coning up and centering. Opening out. Realizing the camera wasn't in a great angle. Compressing. And first pull up. Bring it back in a bit, it got a bit out of control there. I try and throw a cylinder and then shape it. As you can see, the top there has got a bit of a ruffle on it. And that's what happens with the ruffles. Just going to take all of that off and it'll be a smaller cup. Doesn't actually affect it that much, it's probably a better size in the end anyway. Pulling it up to get nice thin walls. You want it tall so that when you belly it out to get your shape, it shrinks down that little bit anyway. Just fixing the rim there. It's not the best throwing night. I'm going to start to shape it now. That's a throwing stick that I've made myself with a makeup sponge on the bottom of a hand flagpole. That means that it'll extend out as well, so it can be a longer stick for bigger things. But I found it wasn't quite strong enough for this clay, so I got out the traditional throwing stick. So the shape I'm going for is a stemless wine glass shape. I've been working on this shape for a couple of years now. Unfortunately, I don't get to throw every day. Just cleaning up the base. Cutting it off. This is going much faster than the actual throwing was. I'm just pulling it off there, and I've noticed the little blip in the rim, so just bring it back down again. That's the beauty of these bat systems too. You can just put it back down in. Great for throwing porcelain if you want to rest it partway through. And the second cup, we're centered already. Opening up. Pulling up the walls. It's flared out a bit on me, so I'm bringing it in. And another pull up. A lot of throwing lines in it at this stage. Again, flaring out, so having to color it in a bit. And that becomes a little bit dangerous at having to do that too many times. That's one of the things that tend to happen, but that's also because I had the sponge in my hand and I just miscalculated. Just took all of that off the top and pulling up again. So again, it'll be a smaller cup than it was originally going to be. These pieces weren't pre-weighed. Often if I'm making a lot of cups, I will pre-weigh and knead all my pieces up. And you can see that it's got a bit of a ruffle kind of edge at the top, and the rim is uneven because when I chopped it off it had a lot of throwing lines in it, so the walls weren't even, and now that I've evened out the walls, the top has gone uneven. But I'll keep it there as long as possible before I even that up, because I want to make sure that I do have those walls pretty even. Just using the throwing stick to give a bit of shape on the inside. And this is where things go a little bit awry. And you can see that there becomes a big throwing curve in the whole piece. You can see it kind of wobbles, so it's actually got this quite a large spiral curve in it. So now I'm trying to shape it around that, leaving that curve in as much as possible without the whole thing collapsing. I'm going to make sure that the top is good, because whenever you're altering a vessel underneath, you want to then make sure that the rim is nice and round again at the end. You can do all sorts of things to that bottom part, but you want the rim to be nice and round. So I'm just trying to fix that top collar part of as it comes to the rim, leaving the twist in the rest of the pot. Pretty much leaving the twist alone at this point, because you don't want it to have a collapse. And then just trimming that so that it's a nice flat rim, compressing the rim there, and just finishing it off. When I'm throwing a bundle of cups, I often end up with one or two that is an unusual shape, something like this, or other kind of twists and things in it, and I generally keep those cups as something slightly different to my norm. And that's just me having done some sponge work on that, and then realizing I needed to make sure I could true the rim again. And the next video, I'll be turning those cups and pulling handles. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.